don't have those expertise, then what do you need to do? And so something she really pushed that, I thought was really interesting was having the attitude when you come into the position that, yes, I don't know everything, and being upfront with that, but showing that you're excited to get to know as much as you possibly can, to just dive in head first, to get roll your sleeves up and get your hands dirty and make the effort to do and learn as much as you possibly can so that you can be a well-informed administrator in the field of special education, especially when it comes to, laws and regulations and those types of things that have to apply to multiples of kids, and things that when you're in a conversation with a special education instructor, you understand what they're talking about. You can recognize acronyms and those types of things that they use that a lot of other people may not understand. So it's okay not to know things up front, but just to want to learn, to show that that's a part of who you are, and that'll make you a good administrator when in the long run. Now, something that the special education instructor talked about was just having somebody who would be willing to listen. And that goes back through all of the types of interview questions that we had. This is, something that Mrs. Hoffman and Mrs. Draper, the paraprofessional, talked about multiple times, was having an administrator who wanted to listen. And so that really struck me as something that must be really important to the department as a whole and not just individuals, because you have multiple people saying the same kind of thing. And so here, talking about, how can we best serve the special education department? Somebody who cares, who wants to listen, who wants to be there to find ways to, help you implement all the things that you think need to happen for a special education student. And again, Miss Draper on the other side, or not on the other side, but, in the classroom, she really talked about that, you can't be truly effective as an administrator dealing with staff and other personnel and those types of things if you aren't trying to serve what's best for kids. And you have to understand that, all of these kids in the special education department aren't a one-size-fits-all scenario, and that administrators, especially incoming new administrators to the profession and to buildings, they need to understand that these kids aren't necessarily going to be an easy fit into what you view as your mission or your goal or the school's vision. Yes, we want to apply those things to these kids, but she really focused more on the idea that we need to find ways for our school to best service these individuals as opposed to trying to force these individuals to fit the mold of what we wanted our school to be. And so that was kind of an interesting dynamic that she pointed out too, as far as, what she looks for. And let's see. Okay, that wraps it up. That was the last slide of the the interview questions for Module 3 here. This is my reference page. Again, Miss Barb Draper, she was my paraprofessional. Melissa Hanson was my building principal, and Kristen Hoffman was the special education instructor. That all supported me during this assignment. So a big shout out and a thank you to them, and thanks to each and every one of you who took the time to watch this. And I hope you guys enjoy the rest of the year.